Alright, so in the last video we created this sweep around the edge by sketching a profile. And now I want to show you how to create the same thing but loading an existing profile that Revit already has available for you. So I'm going to delete this guy and I'm going to go to Architecture, Component, Model in Place, and I'm going to scroll down and use Structural Framing again for this. Click OK, and I'll give it the same name, CW Profile. Click OK. And now I'm going to go into the sweep, which is what we're using to create this profile. And I am going to sketch the path. Before I sketch the path, I'm going to set my work plane. Make sure that it is set to level 2. Click OK. And then I'm going to come into Rectangle. And I'm just going to activate floor plan level 2 and sketch around the edge of that glass. And you can see that it is creating it in 3D as well. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to hit the big green check. And now I'm going to, instead of editing profile, if I come into my 3D view where I can see, you have to be able to see the profile plane to sketch it. I'm going to go to, if I were to go to edit profile, it would let me come in and sketch that, just draw it in, but I don't want to do that. I actually want to come in and I want to load a profile. So I'm going to cancel out of that. And I'm going to go to Select Profile. And that allows you to go to this pull down and select any loaded profiles that you have in your project. We don't have the angle profile that we need, so we're going to load it. So right here is a load profile. And you can click on that. And we're working in metric, so I'm going to go up to the US metric and scroll down to profiles and go to framing, go to steel, and there is the L angle profiles. And if I click open, it gives me a type selector where I can scroll down, and I'm going to pick the 51 by 51 by 3.2 and click OK. And you're going to see oops, it's not there yet because we haven't selected it. So you see up here it still says by sketch. I have to go down to this pull down and pick it now that we've loaded it. And you'll see that it brings it in, but it brings it in a particular way that's actually set by structural conditions, and we want it to not be offset from that path and all that kind of stuff, so we're going to adjust it. So if you're up in the top where your views are, scroll down, expand profiles, and you will see your ML angle profile. And if you expand that, you'll see the L51 by 51. And if you double click on it, it'll give you the qualities of that profile. It's this X and Y that are offsetting it from the center, so we just want to set those to 0 and click OK. And you'll see now, if I come back in here, this guy is now not offset from that. So you need to be able to go into the families and adjust them and find the parameters that you need, and we'll go further into this when we make our own families. Now, if I pick this guy, it's actually kind of flipped upside down, right? Like if this is the bottom of the floor, we want this guy kind of rotated around. So there's options that you have over here to horizontal profile, vertical profile, offsets, angle, and I'm just going to come over here to my angle and I'm going to turn this one to 90, and it's going to flip it 90 degrees around that until it's in the correct orientation. So you may have to sort of play around with these, like obviously if I go flip, it'll flip it back, right? Unflipped 90 degrees. So you may have to play around with some of those settings to get it in the correct orientation, but now that you have it, you can come in and hit the big green check and it will sweep that profile around for you, right? And I come in and zoom in on it, and you can flip that profile out for whatever you want. Okay? All right, so now if I select that, I can come in and I can set, like we did last time, a material parameter. So selecting the profile, coming in and selecting this little box, assign family parameter to the material. And then what I'm going to do is go to new parameter, and I'll name this profile, profile mat, and click OK, and finish the model. And now if I pick this I can come in and I can go to edit type, and that material parameter will be there for me to access. So I don't have to select it and go to edit in place and then pick it and then do it again. It's just a little faster and in the long run organizationally better. All right, so the next video I'm going to show you how to take this guy and copy it up and flip the profile so you don't have to recreate it up there. Okay, so I'm just going to go to finish model here, and I'll see you in a minute.